Have you ever wondered why some homes in Orlando sell quickly and for a great price, while others sit on the market for months and even end up reducing the price? The truth is, many homeowners make small mistakes before listing their home that end up costing them thousands of dollars and a lot of unnecessary stress. And the surprising part is that most of those mistakes are completely avoidable. If you're thinking about selling your home in Orlando or anywhere in Central Florida, understanding what not to do can make a huge difference in your final sales price and how smooth the transaction will go. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adriana Flores and I'm a realtor here in Central Florida and the Space Coast. And today we're going to talk about the 7 biggest mistakes Florida sellers make and how you can avoid them. Let's get right into it. The first mistake is overpricing the home from the start. That is probably the most common mistake sellers make. Many homeowners believe that if they price their home higher, it will leave some room for negotiation. And while it might have been true in markets in the past, in today's market, buyers are much more aware. Most buyers in today's market, they are seeing multiple homes online. They are comparing properties, looking at recent sales, and analyzing price per square foot, even before scheduling a showing. So when a home is priced significantly above the competition, buyers will know. And instead of thinking this home it's negotiable, they will often think, what is wrong with this property? Or I'm not going to pay that much. The biggest problem with overpricing is that it causes a home to sit on the market longer. And once a home has been sitting on the market too long, buyers start wondering, why isn't that home selling? Is that house overpriced? Is there an issue with that house? Did the inspection fail before? That loss of momentum can actually cause sellers to receive lower offers later than the ones that they might have been received at the beginning if they would have priced the home right from the start. The best strategy is to price your home based on recent comparable sales and current competition in your neighborhood. Pricing strategically often attracts more buyers and sometimes creates stronger offers. The second mistake is skipping small repairs or maintenance before listing your home. Sometimes sellers think that buyers won't notice those minor issues, but buyers absolutely will. Things like cheap paint or loose door handles or outdated light fixtures, small plumbing leaks, damaged baseboards. Those seem minors to a homeowner that has lived in the house for years and know what happened or how did it happen. But for a buyer seeing a home for the first time, those details can create the impression that the home has not been well maintained. And perception matters. It matters a lot when selling a home. If buyers start wondering whether the small things were neglected, they begin to question if the bigger things were neglected too. What's the problem with the roof? Is the AC working properly? Is the AC being maintained? Are there any hidden issues in this house? Often, a few $100s in simple repairs before listing your home make a huge difference in how buyers perceive the property. Think like fresh paint, updated lining. Those improvements can help the home feel much more move-in ready for the buyer. Mistake number 3 is not properly preparing the home for showings. First impressions matters and matters a lot in real estate. In fact, most buyers form an opinion about a home within the first 5 minutes of walking through the door. If the house feels cluttered, overly personalized, dark, buyers may struggle to imagine themselves living in your house. So preparing the home for showings, it's very important. and usually include small things like decluttering, deep cleaning, improving the lighting, rearranging furniture to make spaces look more spacious, and removing overly personal items. The goal is to create a space that can feel neutral, welcoming, and spacious, and that can help the buyers imagine themselves living there. You want the buyers to walk in and immediately feel comfortable and imagine that that can be their home. Even simple changes like opening blinds, adding better lighting can dramatically improve how the home is perceived by the buyers. The fourth mistake is not investing in professional photography. Today's almost every buyer begins their home search online. Before someone ever schedules a showing, they have already looked at dozens and dozens of homes on websites like Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, Trulia, or even the MLS. That means that the listing photos are the first impressions buyers will get of your property. And if the photos are dark, blurry, or poorly framed, many buyers will simply scroll past your listing. They might never even schedule a showing. Homes with professional photos tend to attract more attention and more showings. And with more showings, there are more chances of receiving offers. Mistake number 5 is being too emotionally attached to the home. A home is more than just a building. It holds memories, family moments, holidays, life events. But when it comes to the time of selling, it's important to approach the process from the business perspective. Sometimes emotional attachment can make it difficult for sellers to accept realistic pricing or negotiate effectively. For example, a seller may say, "But we remodeled the kitchen 10 years ago," or "This backyard is where we raised our kids." And while all those things are meaningful to you as the homeowner, buyers are looking at the property from the market perspective. Mistake number 6 is limiting showing availability too much. Sometimes unintentionally, sellers will make it difficult for buyers to see the home. They might restrict showing hours or require too much time in advance for a showing. But the reality is simple. The fewer people who see your home, the fewer potential offers you will receive. The first few weeks on the market are usually the most important time for generating interest. Being flexible with showings assures that that period of time increases the chances of attracting serious buyers. And then the 7th mistake is trying to sell the home without a clear strategy. Selling a home involves much more than simply putting a listing online or a sign in the yard. A successful sale usually depends on several key factors. Is the home price right? The pricing strategy, the marketing and exposure, the presentation of the home, what negotiation strategy you have, and of course, the time. Without a clear plan, sellers may experience unnecessary delays or receive weaker offers. When a home is properly prepared, priced competitively, and marketed effectively, it can attract strong buyers even in a changing market. The good news is that all those mistakes are avoidable. With the right preparation and the right strategy, selling your home can actually be a smooth and successful experience. So if you're thinking about selling your home in Orlando or anywhere in Central Florida or the Space Coast, one of the first steps is understanding what your home could realistically sell for. If you like to see real numbers for your property and talk about the best strategy for selling your home, feel free to reach out, leave a comment, or schedule a consultation. And if you found the video helpful, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be thinking about selling their home. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time. Bye.